Hi, thanks for gardening with me. I'm Melissa, and today I'm going to be planting these dahlias. I also have a couple other ones that I kept over from last year that I'll be planting, and I'll show you the difference between planting fresh ones out of the bag and ones that you may have kept over winter. Okay, so I'm going to try to get through this outside without the dogs barking because there's people walking all over because it's gorgeous out here today. But I wanted to show you how these look when you do take them out of the bag. Now there are 9 in here and it's a relatively small bag, so you can expect that they're not going to be huge. But there's 2 bags that they come in, so that's nice. And I will open each one of these and show you what they look like. So they come bagged in, it's probably peat moss. It's just something that helps to keep them dry. And then when you pull them out, I will zoom in on this, but you can see that this is how they get planted into the ground. And this is where the flower was last year. So they cut the top off of that. You can see there's a little bud already peeking up through there. So that's one, and they look very healthy. They don't look dried out and crumbly. This one too, you can tell where the stalk is on that one. So there's 2. 3. And just find the stalk. Once you find the stalk, it'll be easy to figure out which way they go in the ground. There's a little eye on that one. There's 4 there. And this little guy, I might just go ahead and plant him. No reason why not, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Five. 6. 7. So they have them separated by color. So the ones that are taller, skinnier are the purple ones, and then these are the pink ones. So I guess I should have read the bag first, right? So 1 more, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one goes over here. Yeah, because these definitely do look different. Yeah, that's nothing. But I'll zoom in a little bit closer so you can see the difference of these and what they look like. So I don't know about all dahlias. I'm not extremely versed in growing dahlias. I've only grown them for a couple years, and I think that they're just absolutely beautiful. One of the main reasons why I haven't grown them a lot is because they have to get dug up every year. They can't be left in the ground over the winter in my zone 6. But you can definitely tell a huge difference in this variety here. These are definitely fatter, more plump, and then these are longer, skinnier roots. It's March right now and definitely too cold to have them outside. This is, so I'm in zone 6, and so they have to be dug up every fall. They will not survive outside. And if you've been coming to my channel, you know I had kind of a rough year last year with surgeries and that, so I kind of half-heartedly tried to save it. I didn't store it properly. So when I just went to look at it, I thought, man, it's shriveled up. I don't know if it's gonna make it. It doesn't look very good. And then I noticed this little shoot coming out of it. So I'm hoping that I will be able to save it. So what I'm gonna do is cut the stem off. And I think I see another shoot down in there too. So that's pretty exciting. What I'm going to do is just put it in these little plastic pots. No need to fill the pot up all the way because I'm not going to be leaving them in these pots. This soil feels not totally dried out, but definitely dry. So what I'm going to do is just stick this whole thing down in the pot, right? And cover it up with some soil. And what I'm using for this is the Miracle-Gro potting mix. And I normally am completely organic, but in my pots, I don't really worry about being organic. And this was on sale. I got 2 bags for $5, so couldn't really pass that up. So you kind of want to just snug them down in there, and then I will water this in. Now I'm not going to get this soaking wet. I'm just going to get it damp because dahlias at this stage in March, they don't need water and they don't need sunlight. They just want heat. So you don't want your soil to be dry enough to where it sucks any of the moisture out of the bulb, but you don't want it to be sitting in damp soil either. So you have to find kind of a happy medium there. And so I'm going to put these in my basement where it's nice and warm. I'll put it next to a heat source so they will have some heat. It's probably about 70 degrees down there, so they should really like that. And then once I start to see shoots coming out of here, then I will water it on more of a regular basis, and I will probably go ahead and transfer these to the pool house at that point and let them keep growing out there, and probably won't put them outside until probably June. I would say June would be a safe bet. I could probably, with the pots, put them in and outside on a regular basis on the days that it's going to be really nice and sunny and warm out. They would probably benefit from that. But up until June here in Ohio, the weather's really hit and miss on what it's going to do overnight. So that one's ready to go. And these are the new dahlias that I just got. And I'm going to be putting them in these pots and keeping them in the basement until it's warm enough to plant them outside. So I'm not worrying about filling the pot completely up. They just need to be covered with soil. And when I do go to plant them outside, I will do a video on that so you can see they do need staked because they do get really tall and beautiful. So there you have it. I have 9 different plants. Now, if you were to go to the store and buy dahlias already growing in the pot, they would probably be anywhere between $5 and $10 each. So buying them like this is definitely economical, and I would highly recommend that in the fall you dig them up, you save them, and I will go over a video with you in the fall on how to do that and store them throughout the winter. So that's it. Hopefully you learned a little something today about dahlias, how to get them from the bag to get them potted. It's not that difficult. They really don't need anything special. They don't need sunlight. They don't need a lot of water or cared for until you get them out into the garden. They can't go into the garden until it's nice and warm outside. So until then, these will just be down in my basement with some nice warmth, no sunlight. I'll water them just a little bit, just enough to keep the soil a little moist, but they don't want to be sitting in wet soil, and there's not going to be the sunlight or the wind down there to dry them out, so remember that. So just a light misting every couple weeks and you should be just fine. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing these beauties in the garden. Thank you so much for gardening with me. God bless. Have a great week.